Today I wanted to film a full dose of Raylan's CBD oil treatment. She gets 2 milliliters twice a day. This is her evening dose, so she's about ready for bed. The dropper is only a 1 milliliter dropper, so after we give her a whole dropper full, we have to fill it up and give her another one. I always put a pillow on the side of her head so that it props her head up a little bit more. That way the oil doesn't leak out the side of her cheek. A little leaked out the first time though, so I had to wipe it up with a cloth. Being 1 milliliter, each dropper contains 100 milligrams of CBD. Because the strength of her bottle is 3,000 milligrams per 30 milliliters. So altogether she gets 400 milligrams of CBD each day, which is just about the max dosage for someone her size. I definitely don't recommend somebody starting at this high of a dosage, but this is what she's been taking with Epidiolex, so that's how much she's been used to. Epidiolex didn't seem to reduce her seizures much, if at all, but we're hopeful that this stuff will. This is a broad spectrum CBD oil, which means that it contains pretty much every compound found within the cannabis plant except for THC. So we're really excited to try this stuff. If you'd like to try it too, you can go to the link in the description. Use the code SUNSHINE and you can get 30% off. Or I think if you subscribe to the newsletter, you can actually get 50% off, so definitely go that route. I will say that after 2 full days of her getting this new oil, I'm pretty hopeful that her seizures are being reduced. The first full day of getting this, she only had 1 seizure that whole day, which is not completely abnormal, but still less than average. Today she's had 2 so far, and I'm recording this at 11:23, so unless she has one in the next half an hour, then she's only had 2 for the day, which is pretty good. If this trend continues, then I would say that this oil is definitely something that we want to switch to. She's prescribed Epidiolex, which is the only CBD oil that's able to be prescribed for seizures, but it's not broad spectrum CBD like this stuff is. Raylan doesn't seem to mind the taste of it at all, so I really wonder what it tastes like. I haven't tried it personally. But the ingredients say that it contains grapeseed oil, hemp seed oil, and orange oil. So I wonder if that was added for taste, and if it tastes like one of those 3 things, or kind of like a combination of all 3, whether grapeseed, hemp seed, or orange. I have no idea. But like I said, she doesn't seem to mind it. She doesn't seem to like it all that much. She's not lighting up and licking her lips or anything like that. So she's tolerating it and doesn't think it's disgusting, but I'm not sure she would miss it if we gave it to her by her G-tube either. It definitely takes a lot longer giving it to her by mouth. As you can see, this video is about 8 minutes long. That's about how long it takes each dose. Once again, I can't just give her the 2 milliliters all at once, because then she would gag on it and it would be wasted. The instructions on the box that this came in state that the recommended dosage is 5 to 15 drops 1 to 3 times per day, and it says that 1 drop equals 4 milligrams of CBD, which means that there's about 25 drops per dropper. I haven't gone and counted to see exactly if that's what she's been getting. But she gets a lot more than the recommended dosage, because once again, she's prescribed Epidiolex, and it's the same strength dose, 100 milligrams per 1 milliliter of CBD oil. Interestingly, the box also states that there are 9 calories in a milliliter, so I don't think that's enough to throw her diet off too much. All those calories are from fat, which is actually good for her diet, since we're doing a kind of keto-ish diet. It's certainly not as extreme as keto, but we're trying to have less sugar than a normal diet, which tends to help with seizures as well. At least for her. Everybody's different. Raylan did try the keto diet years ago, but she had to get off of it for other reasons. She had complications that was causing her to have acid reflux and hypercalcemia. And her dietitian at the time blamed the keto diet for it, even though she was on a calcium pill, which probably contributed to her having high calcium more than the diet did. Anyway, in that whole process, that's when she got a GJ tube, so that she doesn't eat directly to her stomach anymore, but she eats directly to her jejunum, which is a part of the small intestines. So there's basically no way that she can have reflux anymore. But she's a lot healthier now than she was back then, so we've considered trying to feed her to her stomach again to see how she tolerates that. She doesn't have much of an interest to eat things by mouth. Even when we give her things to taste sometimes, she really doesn't show much interest in doing that. Back to the whole THC thing. We're definitely open to exploring Raylan taking THC in the future, as we've heard that has potential to reduce seizures as well. But I'm still hopeful that this oil will reduce her seizures. I was looking at a study online about CBD oil, and it looked like 44% of people who tried CBD oil had a reduction of seizures. It looked like 44% of people who took CBD oil in a certain study cut their seizures in half, which is pretty dramatic. That would be amazing for Raylan. If she went from 3 seizures a day to maybe 1, or at least on average less than 2, that would be pretty awesome. Especially in the process if it eliminates more of her focal seizures or absence seizures. If she was just more alert more often, that would be a huge win. In fact, that could be what her Epidiolex has done for her in the past. While it didn't reduce her tonic-clonic seizures, it did make her more alert, which could be because she's having less generalized seizures. Okay, her evening dose is done. God bless you guys. And remember, always have hope.
All done, sweetie. Good job. Night-night, sweetie. Love you. Night-night.